When we think about the 20th century, we think of massive changes, right? But one of the biggest and maybe most overlooked transformations is what happened to the world's largest religion. It didn't just evolve, it literally moved. And that story is one of the most dramatic of our time.
Okay, let's try a little thought experiment. Just for a second, when I say a Christian in the year 1900, what's the first image that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably a European, right? Maybe an English vicar, an Italian villager, or a German churchgoer. And you know what? For that time, you'd have been spot on.
And yeah, the numbers totally back that image up. At the turn of the century, a whopping 66%, 2/3 of all Christians on Earth, lived in Europe. If you throw in North America, you're looking at 82%. The faith was just overwhelmingly concentrated in what we now call the global North.
So that was the picture, right? The accepted reality. Christianity wasn't just seen as a global religion, but really as a Western one, totally intertwined with the culture and power of Europe. This is our baseline. But, and this is a huge but, that whole picture was about to be completely shattered.
So you gotta ask, right? What on earth could change a situation that looked so permanent? Well, the 20th century was, let's just say, not exactly peaceful. A series of cataclysmic events would shake the very foundations of this Western-centric world. I mean, think about it. You had two absolutely devastating world wars, then the rise of the Soviet Union, which was militantly atheistic, followed by a Cold War that split the globe. These weren't just lines in a history book. They were a massive crisis of confidence for the very societies at the heart of Christendom.
There's this incredible quote from the British Foreign Secretary right as World War I was breaking out. The lamps are going out all over Europe. You can just feel the pessimism, the sense that an entire world, a whole system of belief was just ending. And that had a huge spiritual and cultural fallout.
And it wasn't just the wars. On top of all that trauma, all these new ideas were taking hold. Secularism was on the rise, communism was actively hostile to religion, and thinkers were questioning the church's role in society. Basically, the traditional heartland of the faith was getting squeezed from every possible direction.
Okay, so if the story stopped right there, you'd think, wow, what a story of decline. But that's not even half of it, because at the very same time those lights were dimming in Europe, they were blazing to life somewhere else. And this, my friends, is the great reversal.
So what you have is this wild situation where the 20th century is telling two completely opposite stories at once. In the global North, you've got secularization, people leaving the church, a questioning of tradition. But then you look at the global South, Africa, Asia, and Latin America, and you see the exact opposite, a literal explosion of faith. It's one of the most incredible demographic shifts of modern history. All right, let's just quickly reset. Remember this chart? This is where we started in 1900. 2/3 of all Christians in Europe. The rest of the world, a definite minority. Okay, lock that image in your brain. And now, look at this. This is the reversal. By the year 2000, Europe's piece of the pie has just plummeted from 66% all the way down to 26%. And just look at the new powerhouses that have emerged. Latin America and Africa together now make up almost half of all Christians. It's just wow. In a single century, the entire map got flipped completely upside down.
This next chart really hammers home just how massive this change was. So get this. In 1900, you have about 9 million Christians in all of Africa. 100 years later, 360 million. That's not growth. That's an explosion. To put it another way, by the year 2000, there were almost as many Christians in Africa as there were in all of Europe at its supposed peak in 1900. Just incredible.
So you're probably wondering, what was the engine behind this incredible growth? Now, obviously, the reasons are super complex, but one of the biggest factors was the emergence of new, really dynamic forms of faith, like Pentecostalism. It was all about a direct, personal experience, community, and spiritual empowerment, and that message just resonated like crazy in cultures all across the global South. So, look, this was way more than just numbers changing on a map. It was a fundamental shift in the identity, the culture, and the future of a global religion. So what does this new Christian world actually look like? What's the real legacy here? I think this table just sums it all up perfectly. What used to be called the mission field, where European missionaries went, that's now the new center of gravity. And what about the old European heartland?
Well, today it's often described as a post-Christian region, a place where faith plays a much smaller role in public life. Okay, so if you take away one thing from all this, it has to be this. Anyone who says the story of 20th century Christianity is just a story about decline is totally missing the point. They're missing the biggest part of the story. It wasn't a slow erosion, it was an earthquake. The faith didn't just fade away, it relocated, radically.
And that, of course, leaves us with a massive question for our own century. 100 years ago, the center of gravity for Christianity was in the North. No question. Today, it is firmly, undeniably in the South. So what's that going to mean for global politics, for culture, for the future of the faith itself? Well, that's the brand new story that's being written as we speak.